Done tricks, don't miss how it's done, done. What is up, everybody? Mr.L Ludwig doing a video on one of the most famous movies currently, K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, how? I'm still telling that to myself. How? Like, first time I watched that movie, I was like, wow, that was a really good movie. And then I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes. And then I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes like a month or two later because I see that it's in the top 10 for Netflix. 95% critics, 99% Cape, and 99% regular audience. Like, bro. Apparently it's become Netflix's most popular movie ever, and really the way they've achieved it is beyond great. It has the traits that make it a great movie. There's catchy songs, there's forbidden romance, and best of all, it's kid-friendly. Before we get any more into it, like, subscribe, notification bell, let's get into it. Like, I'm on Spotify, and when I click on the official playlist for all the songs for K-pop Demon Hunters, it very much irritates me that they're not in the right order, but I'm seeing, like, the first disc, it has the score suite, the Korean songs, and just the songs from the movie, and then there's a second disc, which I say in quotations, that has a sing-along version, instrumental version, and a cappella version. And we even have merchandise with the chibi versions of Huntrix. And that's just on Spotify. Like, Sony and Netflix, they're aware that this movie is amazing. They're aware that people like it, and that's one of the best movies ever. Then I'm looking on YouTube, and I'm seeing other YouTubers cooking with it. Like, I'm seeing film theories. I'm seeing the film theorists making a video on a curse that they have about the demons. And then I'm seeing people request honest trailers on K-pop Demon Hunters. They made it to Fortnite! And of course, I'm seeing Afmao cooking with a bunch of videos on K-pop Demon Hunters. You got this Minecrafter going with videos based off of K-pop Demon Hunters. You know you made a great movie. Look, I don't mean to bring other channels into this, but some channels that really focus their attention on a wide variety of movies and TV shows and know what they do, if you've got someone else who's really popular doing something that they really like from it, then most likely you've got a really good movie on your hands. Now, I've theorized that there could be a full-on beat-em-up K-pop Demon Hunter game because, you know, Sony owns the PlayStation line, Sony owns this movie. I would actually not be that surprised if Sony decides to make a beat-em-up for K-pop Demon Hunters. I doubt we'll get that, but it'd still be pretty hype if we got that. Heck, I wouldn't be that surprised if for the next Smash Bros. Games, Sakurai decides to go beyond video games and include some TV shows, and Huntrix actually manages to make it in. That'd be pretty cool. But then again, Smash Bros. Ultimate is really the definitive Smash Bros. And the thing about it is that Sakurai could add characters, but no one could really truly be pleased with the Smash Bros. That they have, but now I've gotten off track. The point is that Sony made a great movie, and it's going to be hard for them to top it with a new song, and obviously we're going to get sequels, let's be real. Now, I at first assumed that the Honmoon kept out Gima, that Huntrix was supposed to be the last generation to finally seal up the Honmoon because of how much Gima was complaining. But no, it's actually said several times that they strengthened the Honmoon for an entire year, and that's that. So obviously, we're going to be getting some more backstory opened up on Mira and Zoe's past, because so far, all we know is that Rumi's dad was a demon, and we don't know who it is. But, like, because of how good the ending wrapped everything together, and how pretty much every demon was destroyed and Gima was defeated, it's gonna be hard to make a sequel. I just genuinely don't know how they're gonna do it. Obviously, this movie has cemented a legacy, like a very good legacy, and not even a year that's gonna be one of the greatest movies ever. But I feel like the real reason that this movie was so good was because there was a twist that wasn't even teased in the description of the movie. Rumi being part demon. Like, seriously, I read over the description on Netflix several times, like 30 times, and so far, it just hasn't said, but what if Rumi was a demon? The fact that it's not even teased just makes it an even better movie than it already was. The story was simple, the forbidden love was simple, it was just all the simple things executed in such a marvelous way that made K-pop Demon Hunters. I guess I just don't know what else I really need to say that hasn't already been said. Like, in past videos I've made, I'm always finding something to talk about for like 8 to 10 minutes, but most of the time I'm just saying the same thing over and over again, like 2 times, just trying to add more description. I don't think I can do something for something like this. I guess to really give a good summary of how great the movie is, it just has all the traits a good movie needs. It has great songs, and it opens up on so much backstory for just every single character. Like, Rumi had to live with her aunt, but she was secretly a demon. Mira and Zoe felt like they didn't belong in their own family. Jinu's selfishness got him condemned to the demon world, and he wants to get out. And then there's Kima, who's the overarching villain. The movie doesn't necessarily have anything that makes it stand out, but I guess that's also another reason that makes it so great. It takes some of the best aspects of some of the best movies and just puts it into a movie that represents Korean culture. I feel like the one big drawback with the movie, though, is how laggy every person is. Like, the animation itself is smooth, but like every individual person, the movement doesn't look straight at all. It's almost like they worked on picture at a time for each person and just stuck them in the animation. Maybe that's a downside, but it's kind of hard to care about that. It's really hard to care about it when all the action is so frantic and the movie's quality itself is just great. Everyone has a goal that they can't achieve. I don't really know what else I need to say. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Make sure to hit the like button, and I really appreciate you clicking on my videos in the first place. But hitting the like button makes me feel like this wasn't a waste of time. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm close to 150 subscribers. If I can make it to that by the end of the year, I'd really appreciate a notification bell. I'm gonna have a video on a YouTuber coming up sooner or later, and I'll see you all next time. Later.